kebab, which is something that I haven't tried when I was in Sydney last year. But finally, it's around in our doorsteps. As you can see, the timestamp 30th of May. And also, I had a beef. Oh no, the lamb one. Now, with the review and what people are saying about the kebab, and you have to remember, Spanian is bringing a kebab that is completely different to most of us are used to eating, which is a bit of like sauce, you know. And yeah, this is the German kebab version, which is very popular. Looks like a pizza with lots of fillings. And look, the customer service is great. Everything is great. The food was loaded a lot of sauce, and if you have problems with sugar crush or myself, like a diabetic, I never had a food coma after eating kebab. And obviously with that meal, I had, a food coma. And what I mean by that, you have to understand, right? Many of the reviewers will hate eating this kebab because they're so used to having their kebabs is not much sauce, tomato, barbecue, or garlic sauce, or whatever. He even said it out, like his is different. You like it or you don't like it. And I understand why he's promoting this to Australia. Once, revolutionise, the different type of kebabs, and it is what it is. Now the bread is sort of like tasting like Turkish bread. And the chips, there's a lot of seasoning. Every single chips out there, like lots of salts and other seasoning and vinegar. At first glance of having it, you won't like it because it was too over seasoned. But the more you eat it, I think the second or third chip that I had, it gets addictive because of the vinegar kicks in, hides the whole thing. So that's one aspect of that. And also the kebab, I had a chili. So they have that white sauce. And now I'm not sure that white sauce, is that also non-spicy sauce? But they had the white sauce and as well the chili sauce. So the bread, look, when you eat this type of food, it's better to eat it on the spot. I wouldn't recommend anyone to take it back home or eat it in a car because it's a very messy meal. It's better to eat it on the spot. And I hope he doesn't introduce Uber Eats with this type of food. It's not going to go too well. Alright. So that being said, right, many reviews won't like this food, alright, because they try to comparison to a normal kebab. And I don't want to put that as a category. I would like to say I'll put a different category. And you have to understand, he's bringing his idea from Europe to all the way to Australia. And sadly on that same day, that night, the food truck got burnt down, but he's glad that I have given it a try. He does mention about, to bring another food truck the next day or next 2 days to be delivered. So, yeah, look, you have to put a different category for this kebab because it's a different concept, and I understand why. You have to look at yourself in Europe, if in Europe. All right, of course, you have a regular kebab. But this kebab is actually for those who have really got pissed and drunk. It is a very perfect meal for it. And especially with the chips and the drink, and they will be perfect for it. So you have to understand, in Europe, they drink alcohol like it's like soft drink. Breakfast, lunch and dinner, even during work they drink. That's their culture. So that being said, and you can see the Europe one, you can see that. It looks like a pizza version. But that's all I can say. And I understand why the review is that bad. Would I go back there again? I will, but I'm lucky. Only lunchtime. I won't go dinner time because of the queue, but I'll love to have it at night time as well. But I get too thirsty with my diabetic. So other than that, it's all good. I enjoyed it. Something different,